Hey, welcome back. All right, Capricorns, here we go. Let's take a quick peek here. We have the Tower. Oh my, Capricorn, we have got some huge upheaval going on. That is the energy of Aries. That is freedom from whatever rigid thought process existed. This could be somebody whose ego is dropping in a really big way. Dropping in a big way, and then we have this Queen of Cups. I almost feel like if there was a character who was like, I can't possibly reveal my emotions, all of a sudden they're all about it. We have the Chariot. Holy smokes. I don't know if it's a masculine or a feminine, but let me put it this way. I feel like they're in feminine energy of wanting to speak a truth all of a sudden. This is somebody who's got to come galloping in on their chariot. They've got to say how they suddenly feel. This could be the late night phone call all of a sudden from somebody out of the blue that Capricorn hasn't talked to in forever. They could be a water sign. They could be an Aries. Specifically, they could be a Cancerian if they're a water sign. We have a Queen of Swords. We keep seeing them waffling between feminine energy and masculine, just based off of the images that we have on the cards. But this is somebody, man, they're going to say it all. They're going to speak their truth. They're going to speak from their heart. They're going to speak this love. I don't know if this is about romance or if this is somebody who just really wants to tell Cancerian how they feel. We have a Three of Cups sideways. They are perhaps hoping that Capricorn will let them back into their life, but they're not 100% even asking for that. They're just saying, I just wanted you to know. Oh gosh, that song, it's a country song. I just wanted you to know that sometimes driving home at night, I let your memory take control and cruise down old Route 69. I can't think of who sings it. I just wanted you to know. It's, well, come on, with the devil here, there's Capricorn. They're saying, I'm not over you, Capricorn. I got to tell you. This has been eating them alive. This has been really, really hard for them to stay in their ego and ignore the way they feel about Capricorn. So I think that they're finally just going to spill their guts. I do feel like they're admitting like Capricorn is like in their blood. You know, they got Capricorn stuck in their mind. And it's just, they can't get over Capricorn. Page of Swords. They may go so far as to like, I look to see, bizarrely, like if you would be, your car is parked outside of my house again. I look, I listen for your name in conversation. This is them like really spilling. Maybe this is saying them admitting like, I look at your social media. I'm not over you. I think it's that simple. I'm not over you. We've got an Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't want it to be over, is what they're really saying. Boy, this is somebody, are they really going to do this? Or is this just what they're feeling? Because sometimes the Tower falls and they admit it to themselves. This is what they'd like to do, but will they really do it? Or are they just feeling all the feels? We've got a King of Swords. Oh, straight up, no, they're going to own it. They're going to say all this. Are they doing it sober? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make light of this, but this just feels like somebody who's got, wow, Queen of Pentacles. Here they are again. They're very much going to say it in like a truthful, realistic, and respectful way. This is them saying, I feel like an idiot, but like, I can't get over Capricorn. I've never gotten over Capricorn. That maybe Capricorn is the only person on earth they cannot get over. I don't know. How long ago was this? Strength card. Maybe this was last Leo season, since it's Leo energy, but this could have been quite some time ago. Maybe that's why their facade is crumbling. The Tower is falling because they've tried to stay strong and forget and move on for so long. And I don't think that they've moved even one little footstep away from the memory of Capricorn. They have tried so hard to stay away, though. Yeah, I'm not really sure why they decided that we should end stuff and stay away when they wanted to. No wonder they couldn't move on. They're trying to manifest and have always tried to manifest Capricorn back. It's really hard when you say, oh, this is over. And then in your head, you're like, Capricorn, call me. Capricorn, come back to me. But your lips are saying, oh, what? Me and Capricorn? Oh, no, we're not together. And then in their mind, they're like, ah, even Capricorn's name, goes through my heart, goes through my lips, goes through my mind 60 million times a day. You can't manifest getting back together with someone while doing lip service to the idea that, oh no, it's over, we moved on. Obviously, that's not been working for them. This, I can see why they're like, I think I'm obsessed with Capricorn to a certain extent. It does feel like they're going to own all of this and just say how it really is. I don't know how Capricorn's going to respond. Are they going to want to hear this? Is this, to warn Capricorn that this is coming? Are they going to want to hear this? 8 of Swords. Capricorn could be like, no way. The person they've been stuck, willfully stuck all this time, and they're finally, here's Capricorn, they're finally actually going to say what they felt. See, I'm thinking Capricorn knew that they loved them, but this person was like, won't say it, will not speak words of love. It feels like they have been intentionally like, absolutely not. I couldn't possibly tell Capricorn how I feel about them. Oh, for shame. This is Sophia. She's Greek for wisdom. And we see this masculine standing here looking up to her like, I have gained this wisdom, which is, why would you fight the destiny that you want? Why would you fight the connection that you want? It almost feels like Capricorn has known that this person was fighting their feelings all this time. That still doesn't exactly explain does Capricorn want the new beginning with them? My impression is yes. But there's some stuff that would have to be sorted out with the 5 of Wands here. Is this connection going to be healthy, strong, viable, a good relationship or not? We have Temperance upright. We have 7 of Swords. Are they done lying to themselves, or are they going to run away again? I mean, Capricorn has known them to be somebody who can, like, what if they freak out? And again, are they going to go and escape the connection, or are they going to have what it takes to stay committed and in a relationship, even when they get like nervous or scared? I don't know why this person does tend to get nervous and scared. We just see that they do. But it's kind of like Capricorn's going, I don't know, are they the staying kind? We have a 6 of Cups upright. Will they be able to stay in the connection, remain strong, and want long-term connection? That 6 of Cups does bring up the question mark of, soulmates go and come back sometimes. But I think Capricorn is in that place where it's like, my worry is that they're a flight risk. I know that we could have it all, but will it be consistent, or will they run again? Only probably time will tell on that front. But this is pretty crazy. I mean, this is somebody who's, with the meltdown that they're having, it's not even a meltdown. It's not that. It's that their ego finally got out of the way. What is it that got their ego out of the way? Can we go back to them for a second? What is it that moved their ego out of the way? 9 of Cups. They finally decided that they'd rather be happy than be whatever, brave enough to walk away. I don't even know, why was there ever this energy of, I'm not going to open up and, I'm not going to tell Capricorn how I feel. 10 of Wands sideways. They might have promised themselves, I'll never fall in love again, which is a great song by Tom Jones. I'm never going to fall in love again. And he sings it in such a great, like, I gave my heart so easily. Oh, I broke up all inside. Now it looks like I'm never going to fall in love again. I love Tom Jones so much, but if I try to get the lyrics, I would have to sing it, and then I'm going to sing it like him, and then it's going to be really unpleasant for everybody involved. So we'll just leave it at that. But terrific song. And it's, the reason it's such a great song is because he sings it like, a heartbroken, like, woe is me. And he's kind of like half fake crying in some of the higher notes. And it's so great because he's made it so theatrical, And I feel like, honestly, it wasn't even so much ego as it was theatrics. Like, listen, I've been hurt before. I'm never going to give my heart again. I won't. But then I met this Capricorn, and this Capricorn is, oh my God, their hair, the way they smell. Oh my God, this Capricorn is amazing. Oh, but I can't. There's no way. There's no way. It doesn't matter how good Capricorn looks in red. It doesn't matter what kind of amazing eye contact that I have with Capricorn. It doesn't mean that it feels like just because they can see into my soul that somehow I can open up to them. Because I promised myself I am never going to get over hurt and pain that I experienced with someone else and allow myself to open up. And then finally they go, why am I doing this? Why don't I just throw all of this into the wind and say, I want to love this Capricorn because I can't forget them anyway. I can't even handle it. I think Capricorn waited for them to crumble, for them to come forward, and for them to lay their heart on the line. Because if they weren't going to do it, no way on earth was Capricorn going to come trying with a, the sledgehammer of love and try to break down their walls, do a Miley Cyrus, I'm sorry, I'm thinking Wrecking Ball, right? Oh gosh, I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. And something about like she shouldn't have tried to break down their walls. But yeah, Capricorn is like, yeah, I'm not going to let you wreck me, and I'm not going to try to break down your walls. You can come to me when you decide that this game you're playing is stupid. Capricorn knew all along. I know they're hiding their feelings for me, fighting them. They're not hiding them. They're just fighting them. And there's no good reason. I'm not going to bite. I know they're nuts about me. I know, yes, of course, they're going to come back around. The worry, though, is still, do they have staying power or will they freak out again? Because Capricorn's not going to tolerate that. They have to be really ready for this. What would you say to that, character? Are you really ready for this? Knight of Wands does not look great. That looks like they just want to come in and they want to have like some sensual connection because they cannot stop thinking about Capricorn. We have the Star. Here's the problem. They keep putting Capricorn on a pedestal that's like out of reach in some respects, but they do want to come rushing in. Capricorn might have to more or less stay really strong with this character and say, here's the thing. You fought your feelings for me for a long time. And you're here and this is wonderful. But my bigger concern is, are you really here for like building a bond, or are you going to panic and run away again to try to protect your own heart? Because I'm not here for receiving a heartbreak. So if you're going to be my partner, here's what partnership looks like. And I almost think Capricorn is probably not going to be putting out no nookie unless this is a committed relationship and they're showing up as something more than a knight. Them professing their love, professing their obsession is not going to be enough. Them owning how they feel about Capricorn is not going to be enough. They will have to start dating Capricorn properly, doing all the things that a committed person does. They can't just come in and say these wonderful words and then Capricorn is like, all right, come on, let me give you some sugar. They are not, I don't see Capricorn at all willing to give this person any of their attention. In fact, that could be a shocker. How are they going to feel when Capricorn, I think, lays it on them like, that's great. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're admitting how you feel about me. So we're going to start spending time together. We're going to start dating. We're building trust. We're building a bond. Is that what you want with me? Because I do not see Capricorn like bringing them into their bed. I don't see Capricorn doing anything other than, all right, so let's see if you like me, if you're trying to build a bond with me, if you're trying to build a relationship, or if you're just here because you're so turned on by me and you want me. 9 of Wands. Yikes, they're going to realize Capricorn is expecting a hell of a lot more from them. You can't bring your wounds into my world and bleed all over me. You have to have healed your broken heart. You can't come in and get my loving while you're still going to put me on a pedestal, going to act like I'm really amazing, but you want to have some kind of relationship with me that's mostly physical, and then you'll dip back out again and you'll say it's just because, you don't see how you could stay long term because, you're so intimidated, blah, blah, blah. Capricorn's like, I don't care about that. I care about you actually can't be intimidated by me. You have to be my equal. Otherwise, you get nothing. Because I think you're my equal, but you have to feel that way. So are you trying to build long term with me? And I think it's going to really wake them up to the fact that they might have been going to give themselves this little kind of like this get out of jail free card where it's like, well, I know how nuts I am about Capricorn. I'm going to come in and tell them all that, but then I'll get some, physical contact with them and then I'll disappear again. See, I kind of think that they had that plan. They were going to say, I'm kind of allowed to do that because I'm still wounded. I'm not all better yet, but I am going to finally tell Capricorn how I feel about him, but I'm still not going to like build with him yet because, I'm still kind of wounded. Capricorn's not letting them off the hook. Capricorn is going to hold them to a place of, if you actually want me, then you're going to do right by me. Two of Wands, them realizing Capricorn is not budging from this stance. They are not welcoming this person into their bed. They are not giving this person, validation of, like, I'll take, whatever like passionate connection you want to offer me. Capricorn's expecting you will offer me everything you got and date me right and get to know me right and build a bond that's lasting and give me everything that you should, or we're not doing anything at all. This is going to give them pause, like, yikes, I'm not allowed to rush in and rush out. It's not enough that I tell Capricorn I'm insane, crazy about them. Capricorn won't let me hang out with them and be wounded and just get some physical contact. Eight of Wands, they're really going to have to think long and hard about this because Capricorn has a way of putting them in the hot seat where they have to answer for their real intentions. What are you doing? What do you want from me? And they're going to have to think, and then they're going to have to answer. Capricorn is probably like patiently waiting for them to respond. What is it that you want? And they may admit, I want passion. Okay. Capricorn, here they are. They're being honest at least. I guess what I was hoping for was passion. Like, I'm really crazy about you. But Capricorn said, are you building a long-term something with me? If they respond honestly like that, Capricorn might look at them and say, then you're not ready for someone like me. 10 of Wands, come back when you're done being wounded. Come back when you can offer me what you should, which is all of yourself. You should be dedicating yourself to me, this relationship. You should be showing me, look, if you want everything that I am, you have to bring your best self to the table too. The all gifted. I can be that amazing person, someone you will never meet another one like me. And I can be the best thing in your life, but only if you're the best thing in my life. That means you don't get this unless you're bringing all of that to me. I think Capricorn is, wow, feeling pretty damn good about this too. I honestly think this was Capricorn's like magnum opus of like, they learned how to tell someone, here's how I will be treated. Capricorn's not welcoming this person in unless they're offering Capricorn everything they've got. What's their reaction in response? Four of Swords, damn, I'm going to have to stay away for a while and see what other healing stuff I got to do because Capricorn's not letting me touch them, not with a 10-foot pole. And they flat out told me I have to be the amazing person. There's that Hierophant. Good. They start to get in touch with their higher self. They start realizing Capricorn's marriage material. Capricorn won't accept less. Capricorn wants the best of me and they want all of me. They want long term with me. This could be simultaneously the most frustrating and the most amazing concept ever. Capricorn wants the best of me. They're saying I have to give them long-term commitment and nothing less. That actually feels really good. That means they really want me. High Priestess. This is pretty awesome. They're aware that there's a really profound bond between them and Capricorn, and this could be the single biggest thing to helping them let go of their old traumas and fears, because Capricorn just told them, you've got to grow up and be my partner. That's what I want from you. And this is both the biggest compliment they could ever receive and also the biggest order to fill. But this is getting them out of the hurt and pain of the past and making them start thinking about, maybe I am a great catch. That's why Capricorn wants me forever, not just for a little bit. Maybe the pains of the past don't matter as much as this amazing connection with this amazing Capricorn. You know what? I love this turnaround. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.